What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you come into the channel and check out the content. And with that being said, I wanna talk about Steph Curry and this GOAT conversation, right? And in my opinion, and also I want to ask you all a question: Do Steph Curry do he check all the boxes when it comes to like being a GOAT? Like, is he GOAT caliber in talent? Has he conducted himself like when you look at like how all the rest of the greats have played? Like, has he conducted himself in the same manner and and things of that nature? And so when I look at Steph Curry's career, like even starting back in college, at Davidson, I just to me it was like almost like a storybook type of career. You have a guy Steph Curry who was undersized. Most colleges well, no major college really wanted him, and so he winds up going to Davidson University. Um, and I never even heard of Davidson University until Steph Curry put them on the map. You know what I mean? And so that's to me that was big. Steph Curry put Davidson on the map. He did some big things at Davidson. Wind up getting drafted by the Golden State Warriors, and then he gets there. First couple years, it was almost like he couldn't stay healthy, and he fought through those little nagging little injuries and stuff like that. And next thing you know, they are in contention, right? And that was good, and they wound up winning the championship. That first championship they won. I'm not sure what year they won it, but I think it was good for Steph Curry, and it showed that he was able to hang in there and persevere, right? And so that's what you want to see from your goats, great basketball players, guys who can just weather the storm. And you never seen Steph Curry like out of character, or somebody who seemed like he was frustrated or seemed like the stage was too big for him, right? And so that's good for the fan base. It's good for the sport to see players like Steph Curry persevere and overcome. So he win his first championship. Like I said, they in the thick of things almost every year. Then they get who was it? They got Kevin Durant, and the team gets a lot better because of the accu acquisition of Kevin Durant, and they got better. And so now some people would want to hold that to against Steph Curry, right? Which I don't think you can, because other teams, I mean, the Lakers did it. They went out and got Clay Thompson father, what was it, Mike Thompson, right? When they was, they was trying to rebuild their team, so they went and got Mike Thompson. The Celtics, when they was trying to get their team together, they went out and got who they get? They got Bill Walton back in the day. Now this was like towards the end of Bill Walton's career, but they thought that Bill Walton was a piece that could help them, get to the big dance. I mean, get to the championship. Who else did it? Detroit went out and got Mark Aguirre. Mark McGuire, or is it Aguirre or McGuire? But Mark McGuire, the guy who he was with Dallas at first. He played college ball at DePaul, and I think it's Mark McGuire. I hope I ain't messing this guy's name up. But so all the good teams, they reload, and they and, you know and they just try to get better every year. So they got rid of Adrian Dantley and brought Mark McGuire into the Pistons, and so the Pistons wind up winning. Once they got Mark McGuire, and so I think now Steph Curry and them did the same thing when they got Kevin Durant. So, but I think he checked all the boxes. He's somebody who has persevered. He's weathered all the storms. He was loyal to the team, and also, he he's just somebody who showed like great leadership skills. So I mean, when it comes to like championship basketball, I think he has weathered the storm, right? And that's why people are starting to put him into that GOAT conversation. If he didn't now, if Steph Curry had been moving around from team to team or something like that, I don't think people would have looked at him like that. But this guy, he's just been at the one team. I think, and the way Steph Curry has done it, the way he has conducted himself throughout his career, I think you have a new crop of basketball players coming in who has taken notice to that, right? I don't think you're gonna have. I think a lot of those new players are going to more so follow Steph Curry's his path than they will like a Kevin Durant or LeBron James. You know, it these guys, especially, and when I say the new players, I'm talking about franchise type ball players like the guy in OKC. What's his name? Shea Alexander Gilgris. Like I think he'll stay in OKC, right? What's the other kid over in the Anthony Edwards? I think he'll stay in Minnesota. Because they seen like what has transpired with LeBron James's career, Kevin Durant, and I think these guys talk, and I think these guys, they know the history of the game much more than what we think they do. Because you have players now who are coming out and speaking up against like LeBron James. Not so many against Kevin Durant because Kevin Durant is not really, he's not really on that level as LeBron James, or he don't get as much as attention as LeBron James. But they don't, they really think of those guys as always trying to build teams, and more so, I mean, not build teams, but more so like trying to chase rings. And other players don't respect that. They see that as you just trying to take the easy route. And I don't think the franchise ball players of today, I think they're gonna more so follow Steph Curry's lead when it comes to like staying with one team. And so yeah, I think Steph Curry though, when it comes to checking the boxes as somebody who's a GOAT, I think he does that because he's done everything in his career. I think he's done everything right. It's almost like Steph Curry is he's a throwback, you know what I mean? Because he's a throwback like Isaiah Thomas, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Michael Jordan. He's a throwback ball player, like all those franchise ball players, Kobe Bryant, those franchise ball players. They kept their team in contention for most of the for all the time. They was always competitive. And then when they wasn't, with the exception of Michael Jordan, he was a little bit more than competitive. Um, but every year Bird didn't win it in Boston. So they went back to the drawing board, made some changes, got better. And then, Bird wound up winning. I think Bird got like 3 championships, in Boston. Magic, he got 5 championships, but they didn't win it every year. I think Magic went to 9. He went to 9 championships, won 5. I'm not sure how many Bird went to, but I know Bird, like I said, Bird got 3, Kobe got 5. Kobe didn't win it every year. They had to, they had the players, other pieces come and go. And that's been the same situation with Golden State. You know, you had your foundation there, you had your nucleus. You had Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and then you had Draymond Green. And so everything else was like role players, and you just build around those guys. And now, again, they're working their magic again around Steph Curry and Draymond Green. They're building around those guys. Klay Thompson left, but yeah, man, I think he check all the boxes, especially when you compare him to old school basketball players. Steph Curry definitely check all the boxes when it comes to being in that GOAT conversation. And like I said, players of today respect Steph Curry, and I think they are more likely to follow Steph Curry's career path than they are LeBron James or Kevin Durant. And so that's my take on it. Make sure to like and subscribe. And with that being said, don't forget to leave a message, and I'll check you all out in the next video. Peace.